Hi, we're going to do a video here on the Qiewa Q1 Hummer settings. Just to basically two things. One, you can set it to max out the possible high-end speed, and ours came at like 60%, so turn that up. And then two, I'm going to show you the settings that we have. So the both the miles per hour and the mileage is accurate compared to a GPS. Most scooters aren't really too accurate when you compare them to a GPS to what they say, but you can adjust that. So I'm going to show how to do that. So first of all, if we look at our manual, they give you some information here on the settings, and I'll show you how to get into the settings. But one is for the background lighting of the display. That's P01. That's usually what starts on when you go into settings. P02 is 0 for kilometers, 1 for miles for your odometer. P03 is the voltage, and since this is a 48 volt battery, you want to leave that at 48 volts. P04 is standby time, meaning like if you have it sitting there for 5 minutes, which is the default, it'll shut off in 5 minutes if you don't touch it. P06, there's no 5. P06 is wheel size. They say default 11, do not change the setting. Not sure why it's 11 because they're 10-inch wheels, but it's just a relative setting anyway, so I left mine at 11. P07, speed calibration, .00024, says do not change the setting. Yeah, if you don't want it to be accurate, then don't change the setting. If you want it to be accurate, you need to change this setting to compensate, because when I first got the scooter, it was recording 2 miles for every 1 actual mile on a GPS, and so yeah, it's gonna make it look like I got a lot more miles. Luckily, I made the setting after about 50 miles, so as you can see on my odometer, it says 650 miles. I really got about 600 miles, because the first after 100 miles I realized what was going on and made the switch, so I got about 600 miles on this thing. Yeah, we really ride these things a lot. Also, after the speed calibration, P09, accelerator, meaning 0, it goes when you hit the throttle. If you put it to 1, you got to push it with your foot a little bit before the throttle will engage, kind of a safety thing. So I don't remember how it came. I have ours, so it just goes by itself, but you can do whatever you want. P114, current limit, that doesn't do anything that I can tell. I've tried playing with that to try and get more current to the motor. It didn't seem to do anything, so I found a different way to get more current to the motor, and I'll talk about that some other time. P15, speed limit, set 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, default 60 kilometers per hour. That's the one you're after, because from what I found, what I believe, when I think 60, it's like how fast the top end is going to be. So I maxed out to 100, and I do believe I've got, I don't think like 4 or 5, 6 miles per hour more. With my weight, 180 pounds, I can, on a level surface, get up to about 32 miles per hour, which is more than fast enough. We don't really drive that fast most of the time. In fact, I've only done that a couple times. So, I mean, 32 miles per hour is pretty fast, pretty fast for a scooter. Make sure you have helmet on at the very minimum. And then the last one, P16, cruise control, 0 to shut off, 1 to activate. That's cruise control. If you hold the throttle in a certain position for like 3 or 4 seconds, it'll keep it there, and you can let off your finger off the accelerator, your thumb off the accelerator. I don't like doing that because that seems to me it could be dangerous if I don't know. I just don't like the idea of not being in control of speed and letting it do it. Anyway, so we're going to go in the settings here. There's a warning at the bottom from Qiewa. Suggests do not change any of the above settings. Any damage caused is going to void your warranty. Okay, yeah. I only had a 30-day warranty on these because I bought them used, the 2 that we have. Not used, but out-of-box returns. And saved $400 on each one of them, so that's why I did it. And so I only got a 30-day warranty, so I don't have a warranty anyway at this point. But as I've said, I made these changes 600 miles ago, and I've had no problems. It's really just adjusting the controller, and the control of the motor actually can do a lot more than what it's set up for. So anyway, to move on, let's go into the settings. We're first going to look for P07, the speed calibration, which defaulted was 00024. Okay, so to go into the settings, on the controller here, you push the plus and minus button at the same time and hold it until you see the settings come up. And that's it. You can see that's P01. Again, that's for the background lighting display. Hit the middle button again to go on to the next one. P02. I have that set for 1 for miles because I want miles, not kilometers. P03 is the voltage, 48 volts. Always leave it there. It's a 48 volt battery. P04 set for 5 minutes, the timeout of the display here. P06, the size of the wheel. I've just got it set to 11 like they originally had it. Again, you could play with the size of the wheel, and that's going to affect your miles per hour and your mileage as well. But I came out of the settings mode. Let me get back in there. And so I just left it 11. Next one, P07. That's your calibration for your odometer. It was default at 0.24. I set it to 0.00035, and that's if you set to if the wheel's set for 11, and this P07 speed calibration, it's not really speed calibration, is set to 0.00035, then your miles per hour on your speedometer and your miles on your odometer will be accurate compared to a GPS. I did the same setting on our second one, my son's scooter, exact same settings, and it's exactly accurate to GPS, so I have no reason to doubt that this setting isn't accurate for any Q1 Hummer scooter. Okay, let me go back in there again. So again, P07 we changed from the default 0.0024 to 0.0035. That combined with the 11-inch wheel gives you accuracy with the GPS. Now, if you change your wheel from 11 to 10 or something else, then this number for P07 isn't going to be accurate anymore. So you leave the wheel at 11-inch, and this P07 at 0.0035, and both your speed on the speedometer and your miles on your odometer will be accurate compared to a GPS. Okay, so next after that, got to go back in there again. It times out pretty quick. P09 says accelerator start, so I got it set to 0, so when I hit the throttle it goes, I don't have to push it. P14 current limiter, leave that at 12. It didn't seem to have any effect to me. P15, that's the one you want to change now. It's they call it the speed limit. It comes set at 60. Dang it, let me go back in there again. So when you're on it, when you're on your setting, you don't have this middle button moves it to the next display. So if you want to go up, push up the plus button. If you want to go down, you just keep hitting the minus button. So like this on ours, this was set to 60. That's what the manual says too. And I very much 100% believe that that is limiting your speed. So I just put that thing up as high as it'll go, which is 100, which I believe probably equals 100. They make it sound like it's miles per hour, but I think it's just 100% speed or power. So you leave that at 100. P15, put it to 100. You'll have max top end speed. The other ones I don't think we need to go through. So just once again, really quick, the two settings we did. Let me get back to the very beginning. P01, okay, P02, P03, P04, P05 is your wheel size. 11, make that 11. P06, make that 11.0. That's your wheel size. P07, the next one, is the one you put to 0.0035, and with those two settings, you get accurate speed and mileage on your odometer. P09, P14, P15, that's your top speed one. Put P15 to 100, and then you've unlocked the top range of it. Now, again, they warn you here, you avoid your warranty if you do change these settings, and something breaks, you're going to void your warranty. So do it at your own risk. My warranty was done anyway, so I did it. But like I said, I can't see how this is going to hurt anything. I know for a fact that the controller and the motor are capable of way more than what this thing is set for. So yeah, I guess that's about it for now. I'm not saying I recommend you do this. Do it at your own risk. Just keep in mind. But I really, like I said, I've gone 600 miles since making these modifications, and I just recently made another one to give me more torque, more acceleration, more hill climbing power, and the thing's a beast. And maybe I'll go over that a little bit later. So yeah, I'm actually pulling more current to the motor now with a modification I made. It's just crazy acceleration. I only did that to mine, not to my son's, because it could be dangerous, and I'm 100 pounds heavier than him, so he doesn't really have a problem with torque or anything due to his weight. He can pull away from me anyway. So that's it for now. Hope you got some useful information out of this, and we'll do another one. Take care.